Are you looking for a great knot to tie braid to monofilament or fluorocarbon? Well, in this video, I'll show you the crazy Alberto knot. And stay tuned afterwards because I've got 5 reasons why this is one of the best knots to use. Hey, what's up guys? Derek here from the Bass Factory, bringing you the best tips and tools to help you become a better angler. If you're new here, you really should consider subscribing. Let's get into the braided line to monofilament leader or fluorocarbon leader. Okay, we've got our leader material here, which is going to represent our monofilament or fluorocarbon. We've got our line here, which is going to represent our braid. Now what you want to start out by doing is making a loop with this leader material, and make sure that you crease right here because it's going to be a thumb point, so whenever you crease that with regular line, it's going to be a good spot to put your thumb so it'll hold like that instead of looping big. So we've done that with little loop. Now you take your braid and you go from the bottom through and give yourself sufficient amount of line, and this is where you put your thumb at the end of that leader material. Now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap back this direction 7 times around the line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now you want to wrap back this direction 7 times, and you want to try to get it in between these little gaps in the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now that you've done that, you've completed that. So we've got everything set up here. Now, to end the knot, what you want to do is, we came up through the bottom, so you want to go out through the top because you've already came through, so you want to come out through the same side as you went through. So we will be going down through here. Okay, we've got that. So that's the end of putting all the line together. Now it's the cinching down part. I've got both ends of the line, the tag ends and the regular main lines, in my left and right hands. This is the part where you wet the line. You get it wet any way you want to, and you simply start pulling. And the more you pull, this is like a Chinese torture knot. If you've ever gotten your fingers in those things and you stick that down in there, try to pull out, it won't, because it's got so many points of pressure. And that's what this knot does. So the more you pull, the tighter it gets. Okay, we've got it tight. Wow. Okay. That is the knot. You don't want to trim these way too small, your tag ends. But you want to get them not all the way, but very close. Both tag ends. That is the crazy Alberto. Okay, that was the crazy Alberto knot. And now I've got 5 reasons why braid to monofilament leader or fluorocarbon leader is better? Number one, sensitivity. There's nothing better to have more sensitivity in your rod and know when those fish are loading up, or you just get that little tick tick, or you're pulling it along and you can feel it through the rocks, or you can feel the changes down there. Just the sensitivity factor alone is best. And not just alone with that, but to get it down there. And with a fluorocarbon leader, you've got more invisibility factor. So you've got that amount of line that's out and the fish can't see it. Number two, braid is just a better line in my opinion. I've done the switch over for years now, and monofilament and fluorocarbon, they're great lines. They're great to use, and both have their purposes, but braid is just a better line. It doesn't have the bird knot capabilities that monofilament or fluorocarbon can after you've been using them for some time. Everybody knows when you go to the lake, you're tossing into the wind and you just have one huge cast, and there's that big old bird's nest that you get. Everybody's done it, everybody's had them. It doesn't happen like it does with monofilament or fluorocarbon with braid. Number three, braid casts a mile. With it being a smaller diameter, but still having that strength behind it, and it doesn't have the memory that the other two lines, monofilament or fluorocarbon, have, you can just flat out zing, you can just let that thing fly, especially if you have a larger bait. And that's typically a lot of times what you want to be using braid for, is either abrasion resistance or just having a huge line and you're scared you're going to lose it. Number four, braid is cheap. It's just flat out cheap. Fluorocarbon is so expensive. If you go to the store and you look on the shelves and you take a comparison, fluorocarbon to braid, fluorocarbon is always going to be more expensive. And if you put on an 8-foot leader to braid, and then you take that spool of fluorocarbon and set it to the side, it could last you a year, depending upon how much you fish. I know I've gone 2 to 3 times on certain trips with the crazy Alberto Knot, and I haven't retied. I just one trip after the next. Go catch fish. Just slam fast. Number 5. The crazy Alberto Knot protects the leader. That's just what it does. The way this knot is tied, with the braid being around the outside, it prevents abrasion. So it's going to keep that monofilament or fluorocarbon from getting nicks or cuts in it. Say you make a big cast, you just let it rip. As that knot is going out, it's hitting those guides as it's going out, and it's just getting little. You don't necessarily feel that, but it's protecting that leader material from getting any cuts or nicks along your guides. And not just that, when you're down in a brush pile or anything, or a dock, and you're pulling it through, it's keeping that leader from getting cut. And that's why one of the reasons, not only is it strong, but that's one of the reasons that I use it often. So if this video was beneficial for you, or if you just went out and caught fish with this setup, I would love to hear about it in the comments section below. And if you want to check out more Bass Factory videos, check them out here. And subscribe for more videos just like this one.